Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land, world, Facebook land, world, and my Spreaker family. Hey, Mr. K. Judah, Salam, my godson, how are you doing? This will be a good show tonight for you to listen to. I've got Baby T coming in, and we're going to be talking about just a few little women issues, things that women are going through, just asking certain questions about these alleged women that say they're your sisters. Are they really your sisters? Yeah. Or the ones that say they got your back, but they're laughing at you. They say they're praying for you in one breath, but gossiping about you in another breath. Lord have mercy. Ooh wee. But let me see. So anyway, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I am a breast cancer survivor 2 times, and this year I had a major surgery, and I had my breast removed. Yesterday was a milestone for me because I was actually able to lift up, hey, a load of laundry and take and do my laundry. I still got some swelling today. I'm not able to move that much today, but each day is getting better. I did not realize um, this surgery was going to be this detrimental, and have this type of effect. And I should have did my research. I didn't do my research, and I can attest for that. I did not do my research on what to expect after having my breast removed. And then there was a whole lot of things I didn't expect with having my breast removed. But hey, it's life. I can still hold my head up high. And it is what it is. Um, we're just waiting on Takara, well, Baby T to come in of NCDE Radio. And hold on. Yeah. And so I have a friend that just found out his cancer had returned. So his name is Mr. David Cobo, and he is married to Miss Marilyn. And I want to send a shout out to them as they go through this journey again. And so, let me see. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Just waiting on Baby T. to come. And B Sparrow lost her brother, so she might have decided to come on, and then she might not. Hold on.
Hello. Please leave a message after the
Hold on. Hold on. Thank Miss B Sparrow for doing that video for me. And then and we're just going to be discussing some women's issues. Um, that's it. Just, just talk about some women issues for a while. I want to thank everybody for the support that they have given me over these past 5 years of being on. Oh no, I take that back. 6 years I've been, you know, on Spreaker.com. Um, and I just want to thank people for the support that they have given me. And supporting me and coming to my shows. Okay, there she is. There is DJ Lady T. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello? Okay, let me
Hello?
see. Okay, yeah, I hear you now. Hey, Chikara.
Okay. What's going on?
I might accidentally, my mind is all over the place. But
Hold on,
DJ
April. I'm
Lady
having
T.
technical issues over here. I can't hear.
Wait a minute.
Hello,
We're on
everybody.
a
Give me a second. I'm trying to fix
okay,
it so
we
I
can
can
hear.
hear.
We can hear. We're on a 10-second
Hello?
delay. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I got it fixed.
Okay. See, we can hear you, but we're on a delay, like a
Okay.
10-second delay. So So yeah, it's Friday night. Um, Nothing else better to do. So let's just get this cracking. And DJ Lady T, I need you to introduce yourself to my YouTube audience.
Good evening, everyone. I am DJ Lady Trouble of the MCDE Radio Network, and me and April are good friends. That's like my auntie right there. Love her to bits. I'm also sharing the show too, April.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Spidey Man. Okay,
Also
when you
sharing the
come.
show too, April. Oh wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there were some women things I wanted to talk about.
Let's do it. Okay. Let me. Let's do it, April. Let's.
Okay. So, yeah, there are some things I wanted to discuss. And one of those is DJ Lady T. Do you find it offensive if a woman asks you if that is your real hair?
No, I don't.
Okay. And
I bought it. I bought it. It's mine.
well, that would be my reaction. Like I bought my hair. Why do I care if you're asking me if this is my real hair? And the reason I was asking that question is because yesterday, as I was going through the process of taking my laundry downstairs, there is a there was a lady that got on the elevator and she had a nice natural, and people was asking her was that her hair. I mean, and it was a pretty natural.
Hmm.
And she turned around and said, well, that's pretty rude for people to ask me if this is my real hair. And I just thought, oh, I'm sorry. And the other lady was like, well, your hair is beautiful. That's why we're asking if it's your real hair. It was a natural. I mean, a pretty natural. And she said that she was offended with people asking her if that was her real hair. And so I didn't get it. So I just thought I would come to YouTube and just get people's opinions. Because I have nice thick hair that I need to really start doing a more better job with, and taking care of my hair better. And
This is
But
my feeling. It's just hair. It's
right,
just hair.
and
I'll shave my head bald in a minute
if
and be a
it
black
was your real
man.
hair, I would want to know what products you using, you know, for your hair to look as nice as it did. And she said she was offended, but she said no, it wasn't her real hair. And I told her, I said, well, you shouldn't be offended. You should take the opportunity, to meet people and talk about it and say, no, it's not my.
I'll shave my
And
hair
so,
off in a minute.
yeah, and it's just hair. I can remember the first time, trying to think, what surgery did I have? Well, I had a twisted colon, and I was losing some of my hair. And I went to the beauty shop at this time. This guy named Greg Allen, may he rest in peace, was doing my hair, and I was like, "Oh, I'm losing my hair." He's like, "Girl, they ain't worried about hair. You can go bag you hair. Don't worry about hair." And so, let me go to some of the comments here, and we will go through this. K. Judah, Spidey, Takara, the people in the bushes, please, y'all, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And so, Spidey, Mr. Ricky C, my thoughts is if she didn't want people to notice her hair, she should have it covered.
Right.
And actually, we proceeded to go in the laundry room together. And I was just telling her, that's she um good lady, she was like, it just offends me. I said, honey, it's only hair. I said I have hair that goes down to my shoulders. I said, and when I do get my hair done, and I have people ask me, is that my hair? Honey, I don't get offended. I be like, yeah, I do have hair, but due to my lack of laziness and stuff, I just choose to wear wigs. And then I can't sit in anyone's beauty salon for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
They want to charge you all this money. And let this be a note to any of you hairstylists out here. I should be able to walk into a beauty salon and be in and out, not 5 and 6 hours. Because if I'm in there over 3 hours, then I need to start deducting $5 or $10 off my hairdo.
And stop working on more than one person's head at a
Right.
time.
And off my total bill. Because the prices they charging now are ridiculous. Yeah. But let me tell you, all this good hair that they got out now, because they got some hair, honey, it looks so real. I would love to get my hair done. And somebody that $400 and $500 hair, they say it's somebody asked me, is that your hair? I'm gonna say, yeah, honey, it sure is, and I paid $400 for it. Cause they got all of that
I
really.
don't I don't really see why she got offended because they be having some wigs out there that look like natural hair. And
Mm-hmm.
it being a natural, the afro, you just put it on and it look natural. And then
Yeah.
uh, you gotta ask now. You can ask are those real dreadlocks because they have these things called faux locks. Like it's like they look like dreadlocks, but you braid your hair back and you crochet the dreads in. not real dreads. So,
Girl, you can do anything now with your hair.
yes.
Anything. You can buy hair, you can buy dreads, you can buy twists, you can buy everything. Shoot, I could change my hair 3 or 4 times a day if I had that niche. But I never had that niche of doing hair. Some people have the niche.
Good evening, Juanita Richards. Good evening, sis.
Hey Juanita, how you doing? Um, no, um, Juanita, if you want to jump up on the panel, let me put the link in here. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting ready to go back to what I wanted my show to be about anyway, which regular everyday life issues. You know, Rob has been found guilty. I accept that verdict and I'm moving on with my life. I mean, there's nothing else. If I could help him with something else, um, that's the link, Juanita, if you want to come on the panel. But in this situation, God had already told me, be still and let God work. And that's exactly what I'm doing is being still and letting God work because, you know, it's out of my hands now. But I'm still here to support him. I would never badmouth him because it's not the person that I know. And like I said, I will say I do hope everybody that's happy to see him go to jail go after all of their family members and anybody else that they know has put their hands on it. Okay. So back to Spidey comment. Um he said if I was a woman and bought hair and people asked me if it's mine, dang right it's mine. I bought it. And that's exactly what I would have thought this lady would have said. Because I remember, uh, like I say, my hair go down to my shoulders. Matter of fact, let me post these pictures of when she did my hair. Because I was so upset. I thought I was going to lose my hair again. But I didn't lose my hair. But I wasn't really worried about hair anymore because, like I said, we can always go buy hair nowadays.
Sure can.
Any style. I girl, I laugh so hard now. And if you go to a beauty supply, please try to find a black-owned business to support a black woman that's selling black hair products instead of
I think
you
we
know
had this discussion about black owned businesses. I don't know if it was me and you or me and Spider, but I think it was me and you and Lady of
okay.
Leisure. We were talking about why they don't go to black owned businesses because the prices are higher.
Well,
Yep.
unfortunately, we have to pay a little bit more for our products because we cannot afford to buy in the bulk that they are buying. And then they automatically give the other people, the other races of people that are selling our hair, they give them more of a credit line than they give the black woman. So that's how that ends up happening, where we have to charge more for the hair, because most of those people have gotten together, and I'm talking about the Asian community, and this is no disrespect to you. Uh, you know, it's what your culture does. They market our hair products, and they are able to all chip in, and they buy a big warehouse, and they order all of these products, and they will not let the black race in on this. But this is what's happening. But then again, they shouldn't let us in on this, because if we all stuck together, the black race did, instead of talking about each other, want to bring everybody down, because you got those, we're doing things for fame, and you're not doing everything from the heart. We could get together, and we can get some ladies that want to invest in the hair business, but we are our own worst enemies. You ignorant Negroes, I don't know what to say to y'all. Am I claiming them yet, K. Judah? Am I claiming them yet, Spidey? Because remember, I said I ain't claiming these folks. And I said, they getting so now, I really don't want to claim them. Because they all dirty and got an agenda. Uh, so, Ricky, yeah, black-owned businesses can't buy mass bulk of products as other businesses. So black-owned businesses has to charge more due to lack of business sales and traffic. And that's what we that I was saying. You know, five of us can't even get together. Well, maybe if we got out of Joliet, if I didn't deal with Joliet people. But let me see. If Chicago, um, Matson, Richmond Park, you get one lady from Joliet and the surrounding suburbs, and a lady out of Chicago, and ask to invest in a warehouse, and we can buy our products together and store them in a warehouse. That would be so nice. So nice. But I don't think it would happen. Then
I don't think so either.
no.
Because we so used to buying hair cheaper from the other people. And you got a sister that opened up a shop, and you were like, well, go over here. It's a black owned business. And you go in, and the products are the same, and they're nice, but they're a little higher. And I'll just go over here to where I've been going. I can get the same thing for cheaper.
Yeah.
But why are their prices? I mean, I know they buy in bulk and they can afford to. But what if they go up on their prices? Are you going to stop going to see them? Are you going to stop going to the hair store?
Yeah. And see, what I do, um, I don't even know anybody in Joliet that's selling hair. But I do know that there was a lady that opened a store in Matson. And matter of fact, I know that there is a few ladies that have come out with their own hair products. And I've been trying to support them. hmm So, yeah. And so that's what I try to do. And this lady her name is Jorita Johnson. And hold on, I'm looking her up on Facebook. She is my Facebook friend. And she has, hold on, Jorita. I know I should have been more prepared, but I
It's,
never know what I'm going to say on these shows. So, then y'all spell y'all names. You know, it's not the regular
I know.
Charitas and all of that. Well, I'm sorry. I don't remember. Oh, okay. I just found it. Jorita Jackson. Mm. And she has her own products out. And hold on, let me. And you spell her name. It's Sharetha Jackson. And she lives in Matson, Illinois. And get in touch with her through Facebook. Tell her I referred you to her because she has um, her new hairline of hairline products out. So she's been doing hair for years. So that's nice. So let's try to support her in her dream. It might be a little bit, mm, it might be a little bit more because, again, like I said, we cannot buy in bulk. And so, for you ladies, don't buy that sack of weed for one day and don't buy something else and help one of your sisters out for the day.
I don't know about the weed.
Okay. So that's all right. You'll find a way to help them.
It is not it ain't the fact that I wouldn't take away from my weed because if my hair need to be done, then yeah, I can go without smoking.
Mhm.
It's just that's like my medicine. It helps me
Yeah,
stay on track.
yeah. And so, yeah, what we were talking about is why do some women want to get all offensive and say they think, you know, like they get offended when people ask them if it's their real hair. I don't know what to get offended about something that ain't real. No way. If
How
it
can
ain't
you get
your hair,
offended?
it ain't your hair. You know, why you gonna be offended? And like Spidey said, if you didn't want nobody to talk about it, then cover your hair up. But I mean, her hair was so beautiful.
My question is, how can you get offended about a question you probably asked yourself?
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, it was so beautiful. A beautiful nature. And I got on the elevator, and another lady got on the elevator, and thank God I didn't say it first this time. Ooh wee, you know, she was saying how nice her hair was, and you know, she waited till some other people got off the elevator, and she told us that she found it offensive for people to ask her if her hair was real. And I'm thinking, how can you get mad over if it's fake? It's fake, and you know, like people are becoming so unapproachable nowadays. We are living in a time now where nobody can say nothing to anybody because we don't want to offend them. You know, this is just getting ridiculous.
That's just like if you see somebody with nice eyes and you don't know if they're contacts and you ask them, "Are those your eyes?" and they get offended.
And most people would tell you, hey, these contacts, the color, because I remember I had contact lenses in all colors. I used to love changing the color of my eyes. And that's probably why I can't see straight now. Wearing them contact lenses, stuff is looking crooked and everything. So, yeah. So it's just a shame. Like I said, we can't we can't just have a decent conversation now with people. You know, we live in a world now where everybody is so offended by everything. Nobody wants to face the truth.
Nope.
You know, you can't call people out on their wrongness.
Nope.
They can pray for you in 1 minute, but gossip about you the next minute.
Or cuss
You
you
know,
out and be ready to fight.
yeah. And like I say, I don't know them people y'all talking about. Yeah. I ain't claiming them this week. Yeah. I don't know them people you talking about. I'ma just stay over here in my apartment in my lane where I'm very happy, happy, you know, because all of this cutthroat stuff now, it's just crazy. And I'm trying to share something. Hold on, give me 1 minute. So, anything else that you want to talk about, Takara, you, Juanita, you want to put it in the chat? Anything you want to talk about? And I need for you guys to follow K Judah Show. Um, Let me find K Judah, post your link to your show. And I need you to like, share, and subscribe to K Judah Show. And also B Sparrow. B Sparrow has her own YouTube channel. And we just trying to um well, I know I'm not trying to be YouTube famous. You know, I got enough people trying to critique me now, um, on I guess being perfect. But I'm not trying to be YouTube famous. I just want to get on here and share information and talk about subjects. And the subjects today was just touching on some women issues. And I was just seeing how people was feeling about this subject. And then I wanted to know, um, has anybody started experiencing menopause?
I think I have. I'm having hot flashes now. I just turned on my fan.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
39
I'm
years
like,
old.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Spidey said April, Mississippi, them folks. Do I need to say that? Um, And then Spidey says, talk about why we can't. Always excuses. Right.
Well, you want to come
Why
up here,
we
Shirley?
can't. Hmm?
I was asking him if he wanted to come up here. You got something to
Yeah.
say?
Hold on. Spidey, come on the show. Talk about why we can't. I could let me.
We can't. Always excuses. We can't
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want to. And we always got an excuse of why we can't or why we don't want to.
Mm-hmm. And I'ma change the title. It's all the way live. I'm changing the title now. Lady Chief. And DJ Spider Man. Okay, come on up, Spidey. Yeah, these excuses um that we make. Get on up here. He talking about he ain't no talker.
Well, and
Yes,
you
he
just didn't you
is.
just do a talk show the other day? Didn't you
Girl,
just
and
do
you
an
know
interview
what?
on Sunday?
Right, but check this out. That was a good talk show that we
Mm-hmm.
had the other day with with him and Fat Boy talking about Columbus Day. And then we went on to talk about, them folks that I ain't claiming this week.
Ain't no
Mm,
getting no shaggy on, Ricky. Get up here. I'll
yeah.
call you by your whole name.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And there's a lot of YouTube shows on tonight. And like I said, I'm getting away from the R. Kelly thing. I'm just not. I'm so over that. I just can't even. I can't. Mm. I'm glad I have my great memories. I'm glad I had a videotape. I got recordings and everything of and pictures, but I can't. I can't anymore. I have to. You know, as the Bible verse says, "Be still and let God work," and that's what I'm doing. Hmm. So until I
Yeah,
say
but I
free
know your
R.
middle
Kelly,
name. Don't start with me, Ricky. I know
when
your
he
middle
gets
name. Get on up here.
when he gets when he gets the help he needs, people like I say, we can't even deal with real issues anymore. You know,
He may not even do the whole 30 years. You know what I'm saying? He might get out on good behavior.
oh girl, you know, um,
The jails
back
might
in
mysteriously get
Montana,
overcrowded and they have to let him out. You know,
yeah.
but if that does happen, we should hope and pray that Rob gets the help that he needs
Hmm.
because that's nothing but God giving you another way.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And also, I don't need, I don't need no women telling me. Hold on for 1 minute. I don't need no women telling me that y'all women on the move, y'all women, y'all sisters sticking together, and you praying for me 1 minute and gossiping about me behind my back the next minute. You ain't my sister. Don't address me and say we sisters. See, that's another thing I need people to distinguish too. If you carrying all of them traits, you not my sister. So don't allow everybody to kind of say, hey my sister,
Right.
hey my this, hey my that, because that ain't what sisters do. Yeah.
Well,
So
while we waiting on Ricky,
yeah, cause
I had
I changed all of the titles. Uh-huh.
I kind of have a question.
Okay.
Okay, you know there are some people who have children that are on disability, right? And with all this child tax credit money going around, some of them, can't file their taxes, so they get other people to file and claim their children. People still doing that.
Oh yeah, I done bought. Oops, let me be quiet, hell. I don't want them knocking on my door. Don't say nothing that they could try to use against you. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, back in the day, we all claimed a few kids. But you know what? The ones that I claimed, I did take care of.
This is my question. With the modern day, you get your stimulus for your kids and you get your child tax credit, and the person and you made an agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when the agreement is for the child tax credit, right? So are they entitled to the stimulus because they have your kids are on their bank account roll, or are they supposed to give you the stimulus?
Talking about the stimulus check that they received for the
Mm-hmm.
child care. I think y'all should split it.
That's my argument with that one.
Huh?
Stimulus. Yeah, I have an argument for that. Stimulus ain't got nothing to do with child tax credit. Them two different things. Stimulus was made just for you and your children. Child tax credit is for you taking care of your children, of course. But I feel like that's two different separate pay brackets. It should run all in the same.
Oh yeah, I guess you do have a point there, because they already getting the money for the child care, on the taxes every year. Now you want my stimulus money too?
Mm-hmm.
And boy, let me tell you, a dirty person, they sure would be sitting up there calculating and trying to spend your money. Unfortunate as it is. And so, you know what? Now that I think about it, right, if they got one thing, that's all you should get now. Cause you taking care of little Billy Bob, and you helped me with little Billy Bob, and I let you claim little Billy Bob on my taxes. Now that's as far as it's gonna go. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got people out here that's trying to spend your money, and they think that they deserve your money. And so, I mean, if you wanted to give them something, would be okay. But I don't think that you owe them anything. And if they asking, telling them, well, you know what? I ain't gonna let you know, little Billy Bob, little Billy Bob. I got a lot of people helping me with little Billy Bob.
Right.
Next year, I'm gonna let somebody else claim little Billy Bob, since you want to get this petty and worry about my pockets with my little Billy Bob.
That's right.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And Ricky talking about what about little Boom Boom? And Juanita said she agreed with you. What I with you, sister, different. And then little Boom Boom, Spidey, they need to probably, unfortunate as it is, um, the black community, we got to realize that mental illness runs bad in the black community, and they need to start talking about little Boom Boom when little Boom Boom want to do something, like take little Boom Boom to get some help and put
Yeah.
him on some medication. Because little Boom Boom getting ready to be big kill when he grow up.
OG Kill.
Yeah.
Man.
You want to be,
Juanita said those checks are different, have nothing to do with childcare. They are to help you in this pandemic. And that's how I feel.
yeah,
I have a lot of friends who let certain people in their family take care of little boom boom on their taxes, Billy Bob on their taxes. And the family member decided that, okay, well, it's coming to my account. I'm gonna give you half of the stimulus, and when child tax credit rolls around, we're gonna give you half of that too. But as Juanita and as I stated, that's money for the pandemic. Why are you getting half of my
right,
pandemic?
right. Because I'm dealing with little Boom Boom now
Mm-hmm.
more because I can't send him to school now. Little Billy Bob, you know, little Billy Bob got me pulling my hair out because I
Yep.
can't help little Billy Bob with his homework. So yeah, they ought to be giving them more money. Little Billy Bob, I can't keep up with this new homework. Little Billy Bob, I gotta get up, make sure he sign up on the computer. Then
Yep.
little Billy Bob coming asking me to help him with his homework. I can't help him. Where the teacher at?
On the computer.
And then, you know, I'm sitting there looking and I'm thinking, now I know I was smart back in the day. You know, I got a little associate's degree. It was something big for me. But uh and especially math. Math was not one of my favorite subjects.
Mine neither. I can't
So
stand that to this
when
day.
little Billy Bob come asking me about math, um, I'm lost past fractions. But I think I can remember some of the rules of how you were supposed to do parentheses better. But hell, that's why they got teachers. But due to the pandemic now, y'all got me over here going crazy. I'm pulling out my hair because I can't help little Billy Bob. I can't help him with his homework. So I just go buy little Billy Bob a game to get up out of my face. Because this pandemic done affected people in ways that people don't know. That we're going to have some long term effects. And one of them is for these kids that's not getting the quality of education that they need. And
That's
some
right.
of these parents, I don't know, about this homeschooling. They say they have a curriculum that they go by. So I just hope they are doing the right thing. Um, because going to school is supposed to actually train children for the future, such as just like you got to get up and go to school, you have to get up and go to work every day. Uh, Lunch period is only 30 minutes. When you get on
Mm-hmm.
the job, lunch is only going to be 30 minutes. So going to school prepares children for the future, but I am deeply saddened and hurt that, the kids, little Billy Bob, that grew up into little Boom Boom, his parents didn't want to address because he's got some mental illness problems, and they kept saying that was okay, that was okay. And as a result, some of these people our medicine babies, the Ritalin babies, they going into the schools and they're killing up. You got kids walking into schools now, shooting up the schools, and there are colored. They're those people. I'm not claiming this week, colored. So, what do you think about that,
That's part of the
DJ
agenda.
Lady T? About all of these kids of the color that I'm not claiming this week? You know, they are going in the schools now and shooting up in the schools.
That's part of the agenda. That's part of the agenda. That's why every time you look around, you see violence and stuff on TV. That's part of the brainwash. And some of these people have been picked on, bullied, talked about, and it pushes you to a point. And then what do? You resort to what you know and what you see.
I know, ain't that something? How do you feel about that, DJ Spider Man? Introduce yourself to the panel.
Hey, Spider.
If we can even hear him, he done just jumped on there. Well, I was
Well,
keeping
good
it
evening.
status.
Y'all know I ain't too much of a talker, so well, good evening.
Oh,
Whatever.
listen to that. And wait a minute. Do you know? And to put a two-part to that question that I'm thinking about it. Do
Anywho,
you know these kids that are getting arrested for shooting, going into the school shooting, going, going to shoot their bullies? Do you know the parents are giving them parties?
What?
We're glorifying them going into the school shooting other kids.
that's it. And see, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's really crazy.
Hmm.
Now, see, now you got to ask yourself a question: if the parents knew beforehand that that was going to take place, you got to ask that question. You got to ask that question. Just like the boy that killed them people in that in Wisconsin, that was from Illinois. Now his mother, from my understanding, she dropped him off at that protest. So you mean to tell me she didn't know he had a AR-15? So there's some questions that need to be asked. So was she part of him doing what he did? Can you hold her responsible for that? Because all the way from Illinois to Wisconsin, you had plenty of time to turn around. So in my mind, that was premeditated. That boy should get the death penalty. But now he's claiming mental illness. You wasn't having mental illness when you was pulling that trigger. So why you got mental illness now when you are in custody and you are in the system? Some things just don't make sense. And some things that them folks that's in charge is pulling the strings, they are, how would I say, they are helping the situation be worse than what it is. Does that make any sense to y'all? It's crazy. Don't claim mental illness now after you done did the deed.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And just like that Dylan Roof kid that killed them 9 people in that church. Come on now. Look at the crazy laws that's on the books. I'm gonna go and say it. I ain't finna hold it back no more. Them white folks do horrendous, crazy crimes, but in the same breath, they're yelling mental illness. Let a black person do that same crime, or he's no good. He's a criminal. He's a thug. And come on, nah. What's wrong with that picture? They need to make a unified law that sticks for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do that because first and foremost, y'all gotta remember something. The court system, the court system is not for us. It wasn't written for us.
Nope.
The court system is there to keep us in slavery. Slavery ain't changed, it's just in a different form. It is not there for our benefit. It's not there to help just like R. Kelly's case. Clearly there's something not right with him so far as his mental faculties. So instead of talking about giving a man life, they ain't giving Weinstein no life.
Nope.
Hmm.
And
And
he on house
Weinstein is
arrest.
producing TV shows. Hmm. What's wrong with that picture? They talking about yanking R. Kelly's music off of everything. Uh, wait a minute. Weinstein still producing TV shows. Wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute now. What's wrong with this picture? They didn't say that they was filing RICO charges on Weinstein.
Nope.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with this picture? Hmm. Come on now. So the things that we protest about is bullshit. We protest about the wrong things. The things that do matter, we should be protesting about. And don't get me wrong, I applaud the white people that's getting in the fight and they feel that it's unfair and it's unjust how they're treating people of color. I applaud them for their effort. And even though it's later, but the thing of it is they are in the fight with us. So we got to give them their just due for that. But the thing we got to remember, no matter if more white people join in the fight, saying that the things that's being done to black people is wrong, it's just empty words. It's empty words.
1 minute. Hey, Spidey and DJ Lady T, y'all keep running. I'm ready to go on mute. I gotta figure out while my comments they can't they can't post. I updated my computer and it's like everything that went left on my laptop. I'll be right back. Just y'all keep going.
Okay.
Okay. But the thing of it is, they're not going to change the laws for us. We got to remember this. They ain't going to change no laws for us. But we got to look at this factor as people of color, as the original people that occupied the planet before any other race came about. You got to think. You got to scratch your head. Even if we're not God's chosen. But the thing about it, we're here first. We were here first. Our ancestors were here first. Even if we're not God's chosen. But the thing about it, you got to look at this factor. our ancestors taught the world. Look at the contributions that our ancestors have made to this planet. And we get treated the worst. What's wrong with that? Something is wrong with that picture. In the same token, you got to ask the question, why do we get treated so bad? First and foremost, we don't have nothing. We don't own nothing. We don't have airplanes, warehouses. We don't have big billion, $1 trillion companies. Because if we did, them folks will try to stop that from happening.
Hmm. Afraid of
Come on
Black
now.
Wall Street happening again?
What's wrong with that picture? You got to ask the question, why? We don't have nothing. Hmm. What's wrong with that picture, y'all? We don't have nothing. Why is it so important for them to keep us down? I'll let you think about that one for a second. Why is it so important? What power do we hold that they know about that we don't? Hmm. You got to ask that question. Why is it so important that KJ, Takara, April, Juanita, why is it so important for them not to advance any further than what they are? What's wrong with that picture? Takara don't own a $1 billion business.
Wish I did.
King Judah don't have 1 million followers on YouTube. April don't have the biggest wig supply shop around in Joliet. But in the same token, if you try to accomplish these things, them folks will stop you at every turn. Hmm. Things that make you say, hmm. Then you got to ask the question, what did we do to deserve that type of treatment? Can you think of something that we did? Hmm. What did we do to deserve to be treated less than a dog? But they can kill our young men and women in the street. They get off scot free. You got juries of their peers not indicting the law enforcement officers that do these deeds in the street. So where's the justice? There ain't no justice. And then you have to ask yourself this question. After all this that you see on the news, in the newspapers, on the internet, the negatory, derogatory remarks, the same as you black folks in Congress talking about no reparations or no type of justice. What's wrong with that picture? You see what them folks have done to us as a whole? If they can keep you bickering, fighting, arguing, keep you from doing positive things, hmm, their job is done. We won't even stick together to even put together a business without bickering and fighting. Somebody want more
Hmm.
than the other. What's wrong with that picture?
Why is that?
because the slave man mentality been going on for so long. It is hereditary. It's part of your DNA.
Mm.
It's part of your DNA now. Even if you see a family member doing better, a lot of times that envious spirit, that jealousy creeps up. And you know that's not you, but you might get envious of that cousin that is doing pretty good. You might get jealous of that cousin that making money. You see that cousin making money
Mm-hmm.
and you doing bad, and your cousin say, "Hey, cuz, here, here goes something. Here goes a little something. You know, take you and the kids out." But they won't do that because as jealous or as envious as you is of your cousin could be envious and jealous of you because you got two kids. You take care of your kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they kids running buck wild.
That's true.
So you see what's wrong with us? We couldn't even put together a lemonade stand and be successful at it. But see, here's the thing. It can be done, but you got to find the people with the same mindset, and that's how you become evenly yoked. Evenly yoked is not just a relationship between a man and a woman. Evenly yoked is being evenly yoked in mindset, in spirit. You find a like-minded person like you, think like you might as well call that your soulmate, because that's basically what it come down to. Soulmate don't mean a person that you're in a relationship with. A soulmate could be a person that you grew up with, and y'all got so many things in common that you pretty much see yourself in the mirror. That's what's considered a soulmate. Do your research. Be evenly yoked. Now I told you I ain't too much of a talker, so you know how that go. But anywho, but see that's the thing. We let them folks dictate to us how our culture, how our communities can be and should be. We let them folks put up liquor stores on every corner in our neighborhoods. We let them put up gas stations in our neighborhoods. We don't say a doggone thing. We don't say nothing. We don't protest about that. Those are some of the things you need to be protesting about. Instead of letting that Arab come into your neighborhood and putting 20 stores in your neighborhood in a 2 block radius, why not protest about it? Take care of your own neighborhood.
Yes, Spidey. I can't figure out how to leave that comments. I did an update on my computer. I think it was 2 nights ago. And so I've got people saying they can't comment to groups. And I'm wondering if that's why some of my programs maybe wasn't halfway working. But back to piggyback off what you were saying is I've never been jealous of anybody in my entire life. I got everything I wanted as a child. It was nobody but my brother and I, and we were 11 months old. And my parents worked at the steel mill. And so I was a daddy's girl. I didn't even know like jealousy stuff existed till I got older. Well, my sister came when I was 14, but I just took took her on like she was my little baby girl. But I ain't never had a jealous bone. I want everybody to make it. I want everybody to make it. And even my family, I be telling them I need y'all to go on and be doctors and lawyers, and which they are. I got nurses and everything else, real estate owners, and my cousin's son that just became a principal. I used to tell him I want y'all to make it, because see, y'all ain't he gonna call y'all. And I don't want y'all to be saying no when I call you and ask you for stuff. So I need y'all to have a whole lot of money. Saying that just as a joke. But yeah. But the communities are different. The people are different. See, back when our parents was growing up, it was none of this. Um, all of the cousins was together. It didn't matter if you had that one aunt or uncle. If you went over to their house on the weekends, you know, you knew that was gonna be the drinking, partying family.
Yep.
Then you had the other relative's house you went to, and you knew if you went there, you better be on your best behavior, because that was the auntie or uncle. They didn't take no mess. You
Yep.
better sit there and behave. So you got introduced to all aspects of life, and how how different families are, but they still had love for each other. Now you got family, you can't go over their house. That's, if you drink, if you do this, we want to put so many stipulations on the family now, and that's crazy. So can't nobody tell you nothing now about little Billy Bob, a little Shilly Bob, or whoever they is nowadays, because they've given them the right. And don't get me wrong, I ain't got nothing against you alphabet people. I love y'all. I like the way y'all got unity. I love it. But we can't even address Billy Bob or Shilly Bob now, because it might backfire on us.
Now you just said something, April. Now, the LGBT community, and it's more letters after the end because they didn't add
Yeah.
some more.
Hmm.
They have unity.
Huh.
Why do you think that is? First and foremost, if you are a Bible thumper and the Bible speaks against that type of stuff,
It does.
so but yet they got more rights than April do. They got more rights than Takara does. They got more rights than Judah does. What's wrong with that picture? Every
And we
every
had
television
our,
program you
you
turn
know,
on,
I
not to
was
hurt
just
y'all feelings,
yes.
but y'all love them so much. Y'all so-called first black president, you know, that
but see,
everybody just loved to death. Um,
but see,
he
April,
gave them everything they wanted,
but see,
Yes, he
April,
plus
did.
some, and
April,
we
you got to
still
look at
waiting.
this. You got to look at
Biden
this.
got in office. They shoot. I don't even think they had taken off they inauguration clothes. Before next thing you know, it was Asian American hate, and we never hated the Asians.
Nah, April, I'm glad you said that.
They programmed us to do that, and then them Asians got all of that money. Like
Yep.
I said, they hadn't even taken off their inauguration clothes, and they already had come up with a
I'm
hate,
glad. I'm glad you said that.
hate,
Nah,
hate America.
now
Like
think about
blacks
this.
hate the Asians this much, and
Now
they've been
think about
killing
this.
us.
Think about
People,
this.
y'all better wake up and see what's going on out here.
Yep. Now think about this, April. Think about this. Now Obama, as we wanted him to be our protector and our comer upper, so to speak. But y'all got to remember something. The president don't run jack shit.
Mm-mm.
Only thing he do run around in the damn White House. He don't run jack nothing. Now, here's the thing. Reason Obama didn't do anything for blacks, that wasn't his agenda. Y'all got to know something about politics. People that get into office has an agenda. They got an agenda. Obama's agenda was to do something for the LGBT community. That that was his agenda. It wasn't to help black folks. It wasn't to do anything about reparations or none of that stuff.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, Hot Rod. I'm going to put my phone number. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, Hot Rod. I'm going to put my phone number.
But yep, y'all
I
got to
put
remember
my
that.
phone number in the chat. Call me, Hot Rod. Okay.
Yep, y'all got to remember.
Sorry about that, Spidey.
I believe me, I know how I go, April. But you got to look at the fact Obama agenda was to help the LGBT community. What else did he do? That's pretty much it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, when he tried to do something about the infrastructure, what Biden is doing now, they did everything they could to keep anything he did from achieving. You got to scratch your head on this one. But when it came to the LGBT community, there was no issues, no problems. Oh, we're going to let this go through. Hmm. What's wrong with that picture?
That's part of the agenda.
Hmm. But he wanted to work on the infrastructure, the highways, and create jobs, and they turned that down. Hmm. So what's wrong with that picture, y'all? I keep telling y'all protesting about the wrong stuff. Your heartfelt energy is in the wrong stuff. It's not geared for the right stuff. As long as black people been around, as long as the presidency been around, as long as we supposedly have rights, which we don't. Look at the Constitution; it tell you we don't. But we're gonna play the game. But when they supposed to did away with Jim Crow and all this other stuff, we supposed to have had rights. What are rights at? Do that means that was the right of your hand?
Pretty much.
Huh. James Harris say Obama saved all the major car companies. They all was about to file bankruptcy. Hmm. James, I'm with you on that one, man. But you also have to look at this also.
Oh, okay. Thank you, James. Thank you for thank you, Spidey, for helping me remember some good things he did.
Hmm. Now you got to look at this, James. The major car companies are owned by who?
Because I can only think of one thing Obama did.
Not oh he did get rid of Osama bin Laden,
Yeah.
but again, that was his agenda. Every president that takes that seat has an agenda. Every president that takes that seat has some type of nemesis. Think about it. As far as you can remember the presidencies going back, a president has always had a opposition or a person or a warlord or whatever the case is that they had to deal with. Why is that? We have wars right here in our own streets in St. Louis, Chicago, Texas. Where is the urgency to try to stop these wars in the streets? James, I appreciate you. He said Obama helped him get about $20,000 that the mortgage company had beat him out of. That's awesome. We don't hear about things like that. And James, I tell you what I did. I was having issues with when Obama was in office. I had an issue with a unemployment claim. I wrote the White House. I ain't never told nobody this. I wrote the White House, and Obama made them people give me my money. It wasn't much, but he made them people give me my money. So, but the thing of it is, I had to ask for help. We don't even ask for that. We don't even demand anything. We vote people in, and that's it. That's it. I'll be right back, y'all. I got a call.
She told you that when she met Yolanda that day, Yolanda told her just what she told you in this courtroom. Yolanda told Courtney Wilson that on January 23rd, 2010, 4 days
Okay.
before,
That leaves the show on me.
defendant told her,
Wait a minute.
and
Okay. Sorry, y'all. That was me. Again, this is a Friday night. It's all the way live talk show. And we just feel at this time, me and the people that I communicate with, that is so much darkness with our people that's going on right now. You know, we don't have unity. We dog each other out. We talk about each other. We don't try to help each other. Um, they're pushing agendas in America that we know are not right. But you know, they got this go get along gang, and this happens all over. If you're not with this go get along gang, they will drop you like a hot potato.
Hmm.
They will throw you away like a hot potato. And now, as you can see, you know, we can't. We was called the N word from the beginning of time since we came over here, wherever we came from. Because I don't know where I came from, you know, if I came from Africa, but the people did originate from Africa. But far as if I wanted to do, you know, family history, I don't even know if I could find out where I actually came from. But since that time, they have called us niggers, monkeys, dogs,
Spade,
even
coons.
coons, and everything else. But it was fine. We had to take that type of treatment. But if I say anything about that alphabet community, and like I said, I love y'all. I like the way y'all to come up. I'm gonna lose everything. These people, they will block, they will take me off every social media site. Girl, these people might be at my door ready to kill me. Now, what's wrong with that picture? Because they got their stuff together. They got all of the rights. You can't call them names. But we took name calling for all these years, and that's awful. Now, Spidey, what would be some things that we can protest? And yeah, we can't protest. See, black people, we got to realize mental health, mental illness has been around for years. You know, people ain't wrapped too tight. And I think that's something that we should be talking about. I have a guest that's coming on Monday, and she gonna give us the breakdown of everything that she saw that was a disadvantage to brown people. She's actually a woman that used to work at Cook County in the Cook County court system.
Mm.
And she knows a lot of politicians up there in Chicago. And she getting ready to really break it down what she saw, all of the planning that these people do and everything. But until we come together, we ain't gonna never advance. And at this point, I turned 59 years old this year, and I used to think we could do it, but now I won't see it in my lifetime. And I'm just keeping it 100. We have been so messed up that I could never see no type of black unity coming together. Because black unity would mean doing stuff out of your heart, not to be famous. Black unity would mean we don't talk about each other. We encourage each other. We uplift each other. Black unity is not bringing up other stuff. And you know people going through stuff.
You right.
And so I'll mute my mic so y'all can go. I can listen to y'all. Spidey, is
I
what
think
are the things that you think that we should protest about?
I think Spidey has got us on mute. He got us on hold.
Go ahead, DJ Lady T.
A lot of things we should protest about.
Now, are the kids in school?
No, they're in their room.
No, no, no. I said, are they going to school now?
They're going to school. That's one thing. My kids' school keeps getting shut down because somebody has COVID. My son's room has been shut down 3 times this year. Just his classroom. There's still people going in and out of the building, but the room is in the building. So why not shut down the whole school? Everybody has to go in and out the front door. Why not just shut down the whole school?
Oh, wow.
Sanitize the whole school for 2 years, for 2 weeks. They shut down that one classroom. Now take in mind these kids use the same restroom and everything, but you just shutting down a classroom. One classroom. So these kids have touched all over this and that, even though the food is brought to their room. They done shared spoons. They done shared spoons with people and sit there and breathe in the same air. You walking down the same hallways. Why not shut down the whole school? I tell you why, because you lose money. No students, no money.
Well, and that's like how you feel about shutting down the entire school is how people felt like. They should have shut the whole country down at one time, uh, like they did over in Italy and stuff, to keep control
Hmm.
of the pandemic.
I
And
feel like if a student in the school
wow,
has COVID and they test positive for COVID and they don't report it to the school, that they should shut the whole school down. What they're gonna do? Shut that one classroom down, his homeroom or whatever classes that that student went to, sanitize those rooms. But the germs are still in the air. COVID is airborne, still in the air.
wow.
So while you taking that them people that was in them classes, might might as well might as well shut the whole thing down.
I am so thankful that I'm not raising kids in this time. Cause see me, they wouldn't be going to school. I would be homeschooling them if this happened during this time. I can't homeschool nobody
You
at
do know you can get paid for
9 years old.
homeschooling.
Hey, they wouldn't be leaving the house.
Yep, you can
They
get
wouldn't
paid for
be doing
homeschooling.
anything.
I could.
Yep,
And
you
so,
can get paid for homeschooling.
yes, sir.
Yes, you can. You can get paid for homeschooling. You have to set up a spot in your house like a classroom.
Uh huh.
You have to have a lesson plan, and you can go to any like Office Max and get a teacher's lesson plan, and you can follow that lesson plan. You can look online and print up a lesson plan. Like 8 o'clock in the morning, you have whatever. 10 o'clock, you have math or what. You have to follow a lesson plan. But yes, you can get paid for homeschooling your kids.
Uh-oh. You done messed up now.
No, they messed up when they created that stuff. But see, here's the thing: they created it for them, not for us. But when they
Oh,
put
wow,
stuff in
that's
place
nice.
for them, when they put stuff in place for them, don't you think that we can take advantage of that also?
Well, how can you take advantage of it if you don't know it?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Well said.
So we have to do the best that we can. 'Cause they ain't gonna give us nothing. They ain't gonna tell us nothing. You got access to one of the most influential things that ever came about, the internet. Put it to use. That's why I try to do a lot of research on a lot of different things. But put it to use. You got the information superhighway. Use that sucker to its advantage. Now you have to look at this factor. Just like I was talking about the other day, y'all got to remember something. These folks is trying to save themselves. Now y'all know who I'm talking about when I say them folks. Now if any white people listening, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike nobody. No race, none of that. What you do is what you do. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Mm.
But the thing about it, we as the people should do better than what we're doing. We need to be doing better. We need to be doing better. Forget about, you hear a lot of us say, oh, it's the white man's fault. Bullshit. A lot of times you bring that shit on yourself.
Yep.
Stop talking about somebody always doing something or holding you down. We know what the truth of the matter is. Things are in place not for us. But see, here's the thing. They can't deny us from doing these things. You got to remember, you are your own worst enemy. As I should say, we are our own worst enemy. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. Me personally, this is nobody's opinions but mine. I don't believe there's a virus, to be honest with you. I really don't. Think about it. When a person is coughing and sneezing, you got particles flying in the air. Those particles stick to different things. And if it's not properly taken care of or disinfected,
Preach.
who says that that virus or
I'm getting
whatever
him the robe, y'all.
or whatever them droplets contain don't live longer than what they saying they live?
I don't know what's in them. I know they
Everybody,
work.
right? Everybody has viruses and different things in their body. Look, if you get three or four people going to the grocery store sneezing all over the place, you got three or four different viruses floating around.
Yeah.
Come on now. You got people picking their nose and flinging boogers on soup cans. Come on. Viruses. Come on. So in the average grocery store, you might have 10 or 12 people come through that grocery store in a day, sneezing, coughing, digging in their ass or whatever the case is, and touching shit. So
Mhm.
you got viruses all over the place. Who's to say them viruses don't live for 3 or 4 years, 5 to 6 years, 7 to 8 years? Come on now. But beyond, like I say, me personally, I don't believe that there's a virus. I believe there is something, but I don't believe it's a virus. Think about it. If you coughing and sneezing, and if somebody walked through that mist that you just did, now your viruses is entering their body. That's airborne.
Yep.
Because if look, you outside, you sneezing, and you see the particles flying through the air. You might not see the particles no more, but the wind got it. Your particles could be land over in China. Come on, I don't believe it's a virus. Not like what they're saying. Like I said, if I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. But I don't believe that there's a virus. I believe that y'all got to remember, you gotta eat. You don't know what they do to your food before you get it.
Hmm.
You know that the nice big juicy steak that you finna get ready to eat. Who's to know somebody didn't took that and rubbed their pubic hairs all over it before they packaged it up? You don't know that. I'm just being real. You don't know who sneezed over that meat before they packaged it up. If they sneezed over the meat before they packaged it up, guess what? Their bacteria is on that meat and it's sealed up. Hmm. So what do you have to do to a steak before you cook it? You got to touch it. Hmm. I'm just saying. You know that nice shiny apple that you pick up at the grocery store that you looking at? Who's to say there's nothing sprayed on that apple? I'm just saying. I believe there's something out there, but I don't believe it's a virus. Again, if I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. Think about it. If there was a virus, some of y'all are not old enough to remember influenza and the Spanish flu and different things of that nature. Look how that killed all those people. Wasn't that airborne? Hmm. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Why are they so in tune for you to take a vaccine? Somebody making some money off of that.
Mm.
They're making trillions of dollars. Forget them talking about they're making billions. They're making trillions, if not zillions of dollars off of the vaccine. James, yes, sir. James said, whatever you want to call it, is killing people like crazy. Yep, something is killing people. But see, in this time of the pandemic, epidemic, whatever you want to call it, don't you think we should be protesting about this, them doing something? We're not protesting about that. They still ain't gave us no clarity on Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray. Hmm. Should I say more? They still ain't gave us no clarity on that. So we protest about the wrong things. The things that matter don't matter to us. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. So come on, family. Let's do the best that we can. Take care of family first. Take care of immediate family first. That's the first and important, most important thing that we can do. If you don't know how to create culture in your own home, then do some researching and find out what culture mean. Give your youngins some type of values and grounding so they can be better people when they get to the age that you are now. Give them some values. Give them some structure. If you don't know how to do that, then rely on your inner you. You know the difference between right and wrong. If you know the difference between what's right and what's wrong, then you can give them culture, values, standards. You don't have to go and research the culture that our ancestors had. You don't have to go and research that. Again, you know the difference between what's right and what's wrong. Start from there. Create your own culture at home. Create values at home. You can do this. We can do this. But a lot of times we're so busy wondering about what the next door neighbor is doing or what they ain't doing. Everything outside of our own immediate homes is more of importance than our own. See how them folks then created things in our mind that we can't take care of what's right for us at home. They took away the family structure in the 50s and 60s, the black family structure. But that don't mean that you had to cave into it. But a lot of us did. A lot of us caved into it. Then a lot of us rather be independent and not have a family structure. If you have family structure at home and you teach your youngins how to be respectful, that goes a long way. That goes a long way. But if you don't teach your youngins values, structures, how to keep your house clean, how to pick up your clothes when you take them off, how to sort your clothes by colors. If you don't teach them these things, guess what? When they get older, what you didn't teach them, they ain't gonna know and they ain't gonna learn. Because by then, when they get older, it becomes hereditary, it becomes natural to them. So, guess what? They ain't gonna pick up their clothes. They're not gonna choose the right mate in life. None of that is going to take place. So, as a parent, you have a very, very, very important job to do. A very important job. Being a parent is tough. It is not easy at all. It's not easy. But you do the best you can. Again, you know the difference between what's right and what's wrong. Teach your babies that. If you got a girl and a boy, teach your boy not to hit girls. That's a start. And if you stay on top of that, he won't hit women when he get older. Or he'll think about it beforehand. Mama be mad at me if I do this. But you got to give him some standards and values. You got to, or you should. Because if you don't, guess what? When you get older, and when your offspring get older, guess what? They're not gonna respect you. They're gonna look at you like nothing. Look at the young folks that you deal with nowadays that stand out on the street corner.
Mm.
James just said, we raise our kids with making excuses and not holding them to the standard to be successful. Our people can be anything they want to be if they work to get it. James, I'm with you on that one. But see, here's the thing. You got to ask this question along with what you just said. You got to ask this question. Was that parent raised not to make excuses? Was that parent raised to standards? The thing about it, parenting don't come with no book. And to be honest with you, there is no right and wrong way to be a parent. But the thing of it is, you got to find structure, guidance in being a parent. You got to find balance. That balance can make a difference in a child being the neighborhood terror or that child being somebody important in life. That child being successful at running their own business. That child being successful in any avenue in their life and not to be a quitter. The things that you see on the streets nowadays, that's because people have gave up and they turn to, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this and make me some money. Again, there is no book on parenting. You do the best you can. Because what works for one child might not work for the other child. So you got to find your balance. You got to find your balance. And you got to treat each child individually. You can't treat the boy the same as you do the girl. You can't treat the girl the same as you do the boy. You got to find that balance. Only thing I can tell you, do the best you can at raising your kids. Try to give them structure and values. Try to give them the things of when you're dealing with a person older than you, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You treat them to respect their elders because one day they're going to have to get old too. So do the best you can. Try to be the best parent that you can. Even though maybe if your parents wasn't the best to you, that's fine and dandy. Those are life lessons. Learn not to do what your parents did to you. Be better than your parents. I can't say that for all parents because all parents ain't like that.
Mm.
You got some parents, all they do is nitpick at their kids for whatever reason or another. Now, whatever the nitpicking is about, that's a personal problem. But don't you think that kid, in the process of all that nitpicking, is going to have some resentment for that parent somewhere down the road? Hmm. Do you think that kid is going to respect that parent 100%? Hmm. And see, and here's the sad part about that. The parent might not even think that they're doing anything wrong. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? But like I say, do the best you can. Do the best you can. If you got youngins, do the best you can. And a lot of times it don't take a whooping to get your point across. Sometimes, not all the times, sometimes just sit there and talk to your kid. Sometimes just take the talk. Even though they might be young, just sit there and talk. Take the talk. Even though they might be young, just sit there and talk. But see, the thing about it, again, there's no book on parenting.
I like James Harris. He said, I thank my mom for every whipping I got. Well, Spidey, I don't know if it's a virus, whatever they calling it, but something is out there that's killing us. And like I said, I was against taking that jab until my cousin's son died of COVID. And I took that jab then. Having somebody close to you die from that, gave me a whole different outlook. And I was like, no, let me go get this jab. I'm trying
Yep,
to live.
I
It's
know what you
weird.
mean.
I had two deaths this year. I was in St. Louis. Um, you know, right before I was getting ready to have my breast removed, my aunt died. Then my cousin died of COVID. So that's been all around me. But thank God the higher power. They
Mm.
done left me here on this earth for a reason.
Amen.
And I'm going
Yep.
to try to be just the positive person that I am. And like I say, keep my circle small
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
just keep loving on those that love me.
there you go.
And James Harris said that he would be dead or in prison if it wasn't for them whoopings. And
Uh-huh.
baby T, you want to read your sister comment?
Yeah. My sister said parents that has kids and you have pics, you're supposed to love them all the same. I don't have no pics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not to make a comment on what James said about if it wasn't for his mom, he'd be dead or in prison. But see, James, that's when parents cared. A parent cared when they disciplined you, supposedly. Not when they disciplined you out of hate, but because of something that you did. So for the parents that discipline their kids and try to give them some structure, that's where that discipline come from. That's where it comes. Every parent is different and they handle situations differently. But name that's what's up. Usually parents that discipline their kids to keep them on a straight and narrow path, that's when a parent is showing that the child love. So I agree with that. I didn't get many whippings when I was young because I didn't want that heat.
Hmm.
But other than that, you do the best that you can. I'm tell you, I didn't get a lot of whoopings. I tried to avoid that as much as I could, but I understood where they was coming from. So, but you got to look at today's parents. Today's parents want to be their child's friend. You can't do that and be a parent. You can't sit there and smoke weed with your kids. You can't sit there and smoke cigarettes with your kids. You can't sit there and talk about sex with your kids. Oh, a woman got a girl. This is how you do this with this.
What?
That is wrong. And there is a mother and daughter on Facebook that do that type of stuff right now. They talk about that in its totality.
What?
Yeah, and the mother and daughter share some of the men too. So, but I
Ah,
mean, it's crazy. But look how crazy this world is. Look how, according to history, our ancestors didn't do no stuff like that until them folks came in the picture. But y'all ain't heard me though. Our folks didn't kill each other like that until them folks came in the picture. Our ancestors was here millions of years before them folks came out the mountains. There was nothing but peace and tranquility on this earth. Hmm. Now think about it. Here's something that y'all probably ain't never ever thought about. The first recorded murder in history was when Cain killed Abel. Hmm. But our ancestors was here millions of years before then. But the first recorded murder was Cain killing Abel. Hmm. So if that was the first recorded murder, here's the thought now. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So does that mean that Cain and Abel was not of color descent? Think
hmm.
about it. Think about it. Our ancestors was here for millions of years. Peace and tranquility. But all of a sudden, Cain and Abel and Cain kill Abel. Makes you think. I'm just saying. I might be wrong, but I'm just saying. That should be a thought. That should be a thought.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Um,
Wow, Juanita,
see, we
really?
on a Juanita just posted. My mom had 5 kids and only loved 2, and she did the same with her grandkids and great grandkids. Juanita, I am so sorry to hear of that. That there was favoritism, and you could see it, and you saw how it was with the grandkids and your great grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that has been some emotional damage done to you. And do you know, excuse me, y'all, can you say why your mom only loved 2? Was it because of the kids? Did all y'all have the same father? Was it because of the same fathers, different fathers? Was any light skinned or dark skinned? Can you elaborate on who's that? Well, I slept with my ear on. Can you elaborate further on why she only loved the 2? If you want to share that information, and it's only up to you if you want to share the information. You don't have to. And James Harris said, sorry to hear that, Juanita. My mom was my hero who would die to protect all of me and my brothers and sisters. Well, I used to think, well, with my mom, you know, she said as a parent, you figure out all of your kids have different needs. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not that you treat them different to other kids. Treat may think you treat them different, but some kids have more things that they're dealing with, and that's why that parent protects that child um, differently because they know something about that child that we don't know. Oh,
Oh,
and Juanita says y'all all had the same father. Wow, that's weird. Okay, is your mom still living? That's sort of sad. Were you guys ever able to confront her?
Yep. Juanita, my heart's with you on that, sis. I'm,
yeah.
I'm, I'm with you on that one. But again, a lot of people, that's parents. Don't get me wrong, there's no book on parenting, but you do the best that you can. And somewhere down the line, people favor others than another person more than another. And it shouldn't be that way because you're gonna have an unbalanced home if you do that. There's gonna be some resentment there. But sis, I'm with you. My heart is with you on that one. I feel for you on that one.
Yeah.
Baby,
Wow.
Go on and read your sister
She
comment.
said, I've been asking myself this all my life. My mom don't even know my kids. She can't even tell you anything about them. I, ugh, I hate to hear that, but I feel I can empathize with that because my mama had five, and I feel like she only loved three, and them were the one that were bright skinned like her. Well, actually, I feel like she only loved four, and we all had different fathers. It's just that I'm the oldest. She was 17 when she had me, so all her party years she had to spend being a parent. So there's some resentment there, but I didn't ask to be here, and I try my best to this day, even though I still feel like she don't appreciate me for what I do. I still try my best to respect my mama. I still go to her, run to her every beck and call. If she's hurt, I'm the first one she calls, but only when she needs something. So I know how you feel.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, me,
These
me.
are all my music friends
hmm
on here tonight. And this has been a good show, but when we do something like this again, I think maybe we need to be in Zoom or something. But it doesn't matter if you want to tell your truth. And if you want me to, uh, I can.
I agree, James. James said some parents don't know how to show love. James, I'm with you on that one because, like I said again, there's no book on parenting, and depending on how they were raised. But see, here's my crutch with people that be on that bullshit. Excuse my French, y'all, but here's my thing with people be on that bullshit. First thing they'll say, "Oh, my father, my mom, I never cared about me," and whatever the case. But here's my crutch. You ain't your damn daddy. You ain't your damn mama. You your own individual self. And you know how you felt. You know how you felt when they did that to you. So why do it to your children? Does that make any sense? Treat people right. Even though if you do the wrong or the short stick, damn it, man up, woman up, do do what's right. You ain't got to follow the lead of your parents on how they treated you. You can do better. You should want better for your children. Because here's the thing. When you get older, who's going to take care of you?
Wow.
Is it the one that you treated the worst? And that's usually the one that usually come to your rescue when you get older. The one that you treated the worst. So Juanita, sis, like I said, my heart is with you. My heart is with you. I feel you on that one. But I just don't like bullshit when a parent treat a kid badly or wrongly, and the kid is trying to do everything they can to make peace or keep things from escalating, and the parent is on that bullshit. That rubs me the wrong way. That rubs me the wrong way. So, sis, I'm with you on that one. My heart is with you. But like I say, you got some parents. Well, my mother, my father treated me. Man, look, but you ain't your mother or your father. You're your own individual person. Think about how it feels when the shoe's on the other foot. But people denies that they do things like this, and when you call them out on it, and I hate to say it like this, y'all, but like I said, I'm putting it all out there. A lot of times, those people that treat their kids not right, they're the main ones be running the church every Sunday.
Mm.
They're the main ones running to church every Sunday. They're the main ones that's putting tithes in church every Sunday. They're the ones if the pastor say, "Can you come over and help clean up the church?" They'll break their neck. But if you
Oh,
say,
I hear you.
but if you
I
say,
hear you.
but if you say, can we have a family day? Uh, I got to go to church. I
Yep.
got to do this for the pastor. I got to do this for the pastor. Man, don't look. I started to cuss, but I ain't finna do that. But man, that stuff rubs me the wrong way. The first thing about being a Christian, or what the premise of being a Christian is love. That's the whole premise of being a Christian. Love thy neighbor, love thy brother, love thy sister, love thy child with unconditional love. It ain't no halftime love. You don't love that child when halftime basketball game on TV it just came on. Then you start showing that child love. No, it don't work like that. Unconditional love. People gravitate to religion like it's a crutch, like it's oh I used to be this type of person, but now but your actions is showing that you ain't changed.
Mm.
Look, here's the thing: if you're gonna be right, be right. You be at church every Sunday. You're in the choir. You're singing. You're talking with all the parishioners in the church. But when you get out of church, you you a different person. You are a different person. That ain't how you supposed to be a Christian.
Right.
You're supposed to be the same every time. You're supposed to be the same all the time. People don't look at it like that. And I got a problem with these people claiming to be a Christian, but yet they drinking their wine coolers every day. They doing so not so religious things, or their attitude or how they treat people is not so Christian like. Come on with that bullshit. You can't be a halftime Christian. You can't be a halftime parent. Parenting is 24/7.
Mm.
Being a Christian is the same thing, 24/7. Your actions can cause somebody to backslide, can cause somebody to do harm to themselves because they
Say
see
that.
how you acting. You can cause mental issues in a person that's looking at you and you say you're a Christian. You can have that person can have mental issues because of you. People don't look at it like that. There's no such thing as a part-time human. There's no such thing as a part-time snake.
Hold on, hold on. You ain't getting ready to start talking about my church folks.
So if you're gonna be a snake 24/7. If you're gonna be a Christian 24/7. Don't play with things again. Don't play with things that you claiming to be. Either you is or you ain't. It's just as simple as that, y'all. If you're gonna be right, be right. If you're gonna be wrong, be wrong. Even the Bible say you can't walk both sides of the fence.
Sure do.
Either you're gonna be on the left side or the right side. Ain't no middle. Cause when that day come for you to be judged, ain't gonna be no I think I'm gonna put you in the middle until I find out what I'm gonna do with you. Ain't gonna be none of that. Either you're going up or
So
down.
you um hold on for a moment, Spidey, because you know I ain't gonna let you talk about my church folks. But oh Lord.
I ain't
Okay,
talking about
now
them
I
folks.
see why you said that. Because Juanita said we were at church and they asked me where I'd been. I said I never knew they were selling dinners on Friday, and the sister say you didn't tell her. My mom said to her, I forgot about her. How when it's two of us? Well, that ain't the church's fault. Her mom don't know how to show unconditional love to all five of her kids. Um, and Juanita, I would hope that you would try to work out these issues with your mother. You know, go to the pastor and ask for some counseling, and maybe you can get some type of peace. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to need to get all questions answered before something happens to her. Because you're going to be walking around with the what if, or I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And so I would hope that you would get some type of counseling with you and your mom. I'm going to mute my mic again so y'all don't hear my background noise. Okay.
Hmm.
Like I said, April, I'm not getting on church folks. I'm getting on the folks that claim to be in church. There's a difference. You could claim to be in church and not have church in you. Again, you can claim to go to church, but not have that spirit in you. There's a difference. Now, for those that do right by the laws of Christianity, I tip my hat off to you. But for those that play with that, only thing I can tell you, uh, it just ain't human beings watching your actions.
Hmm.
I put it that way, and that's putting it nicely.
I'll say it. Higher power, see what you doing. You ain't hiding from nobody. You think you getting away. He sees all. he'll justify it.
Yep. And like I say, just do right by folks. Do the best you can. Life is hard anyway, and life is hard especially for us. But again, we can do better. We don't have to be we don't have to be the way that some parents make us out to be. Some parents make their child a certain way, especially those that claim to go to church. I'm just saying, do the best you can. Life is hard as it is, especially if you got kids. You know the struggles. Don't nobody know the struggles better than you in your own household. Nobody know your struggles. But every day you get up and smile. You get up and do for your kids. You get up and do for your family. You know your struggles. And you do the best you can. Don't let another person change who you really is. Because other people's influence on you can change you. Other people's influences can make you mean, withdrawn, and have issues, health issues, mental issues. Juanita, sis, again, my heart is with you. Juanita said my mom have to get in court for all her actions on Judgment Day. Yep. Everybody is going to be judged. Everybody. I don't care who he is. Even Hitler will be judged.
Mm.
Even Mussolini is going to be judged. Even the most evilest man that ever walked the planet, Aleister Crowley, will be judged. And he was considered one of the most evilest men that ever walked the planet. And he was a stone cold racist. So everybody's gonna get judged. You're not excluded from being judged. But again, do the best you can. The situation you got, the family you got, the household you got. Do the best that you can. And don't never let another mother, anyway, let another person deter you from being the best that you can. Now, see, here's the thing. What I notice about us as people, even though we're going through something in family, nobody outside of that family might know nothing what's going on. But every day you get up, you smile, you enjoy your day, and you do the best that you can. But see, here's the thing. You have to remember this. You should remember this. Your blessing is coming. But you ain't heard me though. Your blessings is coming. Continue to be the best that you can. Even though maybe certain family members think of you differently or whatever the case is, here's my thing. Continue to love on that person because that person is going to need you. Continue to be who you is. continue to be the best that you can be. Do the best that you can. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to change the subject right quick. What do you all think that this government, what do you think their focus should be on? What do you think that their focus should be on? This government, what do you think it should be on? Do you think it should be on trying to help us in general? Do you think their focus should be on putting an end to whatever is out there? Do you think that their focus should be on creating more jobs? What do you think their focus should be on? I tell you one thing their focus ain't gonna be on is gonna be on us, so you could just X that one out. So you might as well take that off the table. It ain't gonna happen. And a lot of people don't know why that's happening. A lot of people don't know why we are the subject of all the negativity and different things. A lot of people don't realize it.
Okay, I'm ready to answer the question. I know we're on a delay, so I don't even know if y'all heard me. And I'm not trying to cut anybody else off.
Okay,
Did I
April,
speak?
go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think the government focus should be to apologize for slavery.
Mm.
To
Why do you
apologize
think
for
that?
slavery
Why do you think that?
to Black America. Uh, you know, giving giving me Juneteenth does nothing for me. A holiday. You made that a holiday, but yet Biden. I'm still waiting on you, Joe Biden, to talk to Ice Cube on his plan for Black America. But like I say, them people I don't claim, I ain't claiming them this week. You know,
Uh,
you
what?
know, DJ Lady T, you know how I am with my folks. I ain't claiming them this week.
Yep, I know.
You know,
So
we so messed up in the head. We think our only way to the top is damaging another person. Or we not gonna let them get to the top. We gonna pull them right back down.
so April,
Grab at the bucket syndrome.
so
Yeah,
April, why do you
we
why do you
hate our own syndrome. You know, they'll laugh and smile and them other racist folks all day long, and you come in the door because we know they don't know how to dress. We know they might have on a pair of shoes, anything, jeans. Well, they don't dress no way. But the minute a sister or brother come around, we want to judge them for how they dressing, but we just done laughed in them other people's face, and they look worse than my brother or my sister.
so April, why do you think Biden should talk to Ice Cube?
Because he should go over the plan for Black America. I mean, like I said, they hadn't even taken off their inauguration outfits. You know, they went had all them inauguration parties, and boom, next thing you know, it was Asian hate. Remember, he talked to Cardi B,
Mm-hmm.
a woman who said she drugged and raped men, drugged them, stole from them, and everything else.
And she ain't locked up. Wait a minute, what's wrong with this picture?
No, that's what I'm saying. Because
Hmm.
you know, it's all about the women now. You
Hmm.
know, hey, DJ Lady T,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
coming to get you, girl. We getting ready to go rob all of the rich folks. We can get away with it.
Nah, we not Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cardi B
And
ain't
y'all
Cardi
know
B.
She
I'm a
not. She
savage.
not one of us anyway. She Dominican.
Right. Whatever she is.
She ain't
But,
Cardi B ain't Cardi B herself.
right. Who is the real Cardi B?
I
But,
forgot I forgot her real name, but it ain't no word anyway.
you know, she stated, well, um, DJ Lady T, going back to what you said she ain't one of us, she Dominican. It don't matter. When it's all said and done, she's considered a nigga.
You right.
Hmm.
But
But a nigga with
yeah,
money.
Exactly.
women right now, women can play the victim right now and pretty much get away with it, cause you know we're living in that type of world right now where women can say or do anything against a man at this time in the era we're living in right now. And it don't matter. They don't need proof. They're not going to polygraph you.
Nope.
They're not going to ask for DNA evidence. Women are believed now more so than what they was back in the early 1900s.
Hmm.
So um, I pray for you women that are doing things under false pretenses, because that karma bus, it ain't good.
You sure
It
ain't.
ain't good. Anything that you do in this world that is not right and you did maliciously, you best believe your day is coming.
It's coming
That
back.
karma bus, it ain't waiting generations now. That karma bus coming around
It come
next
That's
back
week.
fast today. These
It's
days it
coming
come
fast.
fast.
And right when that karma bus come to you gonna be able to say, dang, I know, because that's what I did to such and such. Trust and believe. Been there, done that. So yeah, and but they ain't gonna do it. You know, we already we messed up. Them people I ain't claiming this week. We already messed up. And then we got another thing that has come up, COVID-19, that has really messed us up
I
worse.
don't know what it is, whether it's a
Because
virus or not.
I know people saying right now, people can't even come to their house for Thanksgiving dinner if they haven't taken the vaccination. And every time I come on the show, I'm going to talk about this. How this virus done divided the black community. We telling people you can't even come to our house unless you've been vaxxed. And that is a person's. personal choice whether they get vaccinated or not. Whether they're vaccinated or not, it's not going to make you get COVID. If you're going to get COVID 19, you're going to get it. It just means some people are more protected than others. Taking that jab is not going to say, Darlene April, you're not going to get COVID. It's just a precautionary. Maybe I won't have to suffer so bad if I get it, but there's no guarantees. But we, them people I ain't claiming this week, we so messed up in the head that we telling people we don't want them around us. It's a personal choice because, again, tuberculosis, somebody could cough and you can get a positive test for TB. Well, hold on. I gotta turn my phone off. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy the way we've become so divided.
Now,
And then this COVID-19 is another way, you know, and this not like the fact that some people, you know, we done found out the truth about these holidays, Thanksgiving, you know, we know all of them holidays are somewhat lies and stuff now.
all of
But
them is.
but the thing of it is, you know, it's convenient. They've made it where you just about, we gonna continue celebrating these holidays because most people get the day after Thanksgiving off. So you got 4 days. You might have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Uh, Most people leave Sunday from being with loved ones that they don't see but once a year. Uh, so they make it convenient for you to have time off from work, maybe get paid, where you can spend the time with your loved ones. So it's not like people are really actually celebrating Thanksgiving because what was it supposed to be? The Pilgrims, the Indians, or whatever.
Whatever
But
lie they put out there.
some whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna continue to be with my family, the little bit I have left on my maternal side, uh, on Thanksgiving. But a lot of y'all won't even learn the history and celebrate Kwanzaa. That's why I don't claim them people this week, DJ Lady T. And you could go on.
Excuse me, I'm sneezing. What'd you say, April? I know about Kwanzaa. It's the day after Christmas.
No, I
You saying, ma'am? Oh, just you got the corner now.
Yep. But it is what it is, y'all. Like I said, you got to remember all them holidays is geared around death. Every last one of them is geared around death. Do your research, look it up. I mean, from the first holiday of the year New Year's geared around death or either pedophilia. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, do your research on that. Don't take my word on it. But all them holidays is geared around some type of death. And if you know your history and do your research, you find out that Christmas it was about killing women, virgin women. But anyway, don't take my word. Do your research and look it up.
Wow. Really? Christmas?
Yeah, yeah. All them holidays geared around death. It is what it is. But
It's
anywho,
geared around killing virgins.
yeah.
That's weird. I mean, no, you find something. You find out something new every day. You're never too old to learn something.
Mm, but we don't read. I can't say all of us don't, but we don't
My
read.
grandma used to say all the time, if you wanna, if you got something you want and you want to keep it, like some money, hide it in a book.
Hmm.
Ain't nobody gonna look there.
And that was the whole premise of them folks putting us in the situation that we're in. If you want to keep black people down, put it in a book. They ain't gonna read it. They'll read the Bible before they read a book. What's wrong with that picture? But anywho, that's another story. But it is what it is. But whatever the case is, do your research. Be the best person you can. Do the best you can. If you got family, you know, do what's right for your family. You know the difference between what's right and wrong. You don't have to know about how to be a parent. It's a instinct to be a parent. You know you don't want your child to suffer. You know you don't want your child to cry. You know you don't want your child to hurt. You got instincts. You got natural instincts. Do right by your child. Do right by your family. It ain't hard to do. We just make it hard. We just make it hard. Do your research, family. And some things that we have done since we were a kid that we hold as traditions that our parents instilled in us. Why do you hold on to those traditions? Because your parent did it? Hmm. Now, since you're older, those traditions that your parents held on to, don't they seem kind of not so right? Whatever it may be. So why hold on to something that you know ain't right? That you feel within your spirit is not right?
Because it's tradition.
Hmm.
Who's
Because
gonna break
mama,
tradition?
because mama, daddy did it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And that's what's supposed to be done.
Hmm.
Mama, daddy did it. Grandma, grandpa did it. Great grandma and great grandpa did it, and so on and so forth.
But see, here's the thing. This is something that we have to consider. The traditions that we hold on to, whatever it is, cooking Sunday dinner or whatever, and cooking the fatty foods and all the grease and stuff, you're causing more harm than you are good. But it's a tradition. Hmm. So you have the power within you to stop those traditions. Do something different. Sit around and talk to each other. Matter of fact, get to learn each other. Because to be honest with you, when your kids get older and you think that you know them through thick and thin, they'll be able to tell you some things that you like. I didn't know that. I didn't know you knew that.
Hmm.
I didn't know you felt that way. But we don't sit down and talk. That's the difference between us now and our ancestors. Our ancestors talked to their offspring. They passed down information from generation to generation by talking. That's how they kept those traditions going that was positive. And it wasn't hearsay. And a lot of times our ancestors wrote information down on sticks. You remember seeing them walking sticks that you see some of them older guys in Africa walking around with them walking sticks? A lot of them
Mm.
walking sticks have information on them, carvings, hieroglyphs that tell stories. And it's passed down from generation to generation. So nobody get the wrong information. How come we can't do things like that now?
Because we have TVs and computers and cell phones.
Exactly. Exactly.
What's the point of even? I mean, we don't even sit down. Some people, I ain't gonna say all, 'cause I ain't in everybody's house, but some families don't even sit down and have dinner together no more. Not at the table. It's all in front of the TV.
Exactly. So that'd be a perfect time for you to create a culture in your own home. It starts at home. No TV, no cell phones at the table. We sit down, we talk, we eat, we talk some more, whatever the case is. You have the opportunity to change those negative aspects in your values and standards that you're setting for your kids. You have the opportunity to change that. You got the opportunity to do that. Not grandma, not grandpa. You, you have the ability to create values and standards. Where grandma, grandpa fall short, they want to be the child's friend. Oh, you fell down and hurt your knee. I'm gonna go buy you some ice cream.
I didn't get that.
Hmm. See, there's some resentment there. See, so but then you got some parents, the child fall down and get hurt. Oh, man up, toughen up. And the child could have broke his leg. Stop crying. Be a man. First thing I want to say, nigga, you be a man. You break your damn leg and see how they go.
Hmm.
But anywho, that's another story, but it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of times we hold on to traditions. We hold on to those things that our parents, grandparents did. And when we got older, we realized that wasn't right. But we still hold on to it because our father, our mother did it, our grandparents did it. Be it wrong, we still do it.
Hmm.
So, what type of mixed message are you sending to your offspring? And you know it ain't right, but you do it anyway. Hello,
Hello,
Queen
I
Newton.
am Queen Newton. We are just talking about family values tonight. So feel free to comment.
But like I say, do the best you can, be the best person you can, be the best parent you can. Again, there's no book on parenting, but do the best that you can. You might have been a person that you might not had the best upbringing. Your parents did the best that they could, and they tried to teach you the best that they could, but they just didn't know how to be a parent.
Hmm.
That's the difference, y'all. But now you are a parent, and you know the things that your parents did wasn't right, or you didn't agree with. You got your own family now. Be the best parent that you can be to your own family. Be the best you can be. Again, there's no book on parenting, but you individually know the difference between what's right and what's wrong. You know the difference between if you got a girl and a boy. You know what's right and what's wrong. You know that the boy shouldn't hit that girl with all his strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's not right. So I mean, there's things there you could put an end to it. But here's the thing: you have to be consistent with it. You can't send mixed messages. What I mean by that, one day the kids playing together, it's all gravy, all good. They're having fun. The girl hit the boy. He hit her back. Hmm. What would you do? What would you say? First and foremost, you should say, y'all don't hit each other. You don't say, boy, you knock her block off, she hit you again. You send
And
mixed
you are so
messages.
correct, Spidey. You know,
Hmm.
uh, when
Y'all
they
protect each
say
other.
tell a boy to grow up,
Mm.
you done broke your leg, man up. First of
Hmm.
all, I broke my leg in my 30s, and that was the worst pain. So I can imagine how a man is telling a young boy not to cry, and they done broke their leg. You right now, you go break your leg and see won't you cry. And
Hmm.
then with this abuse, you know, letting not telling your sons that you gotta tell your sons it ain't right for you to put your hands on no woman. You're an abuser. You are an abuser. And they need their butt kicked if they be fighting girls. Because if they fight girls, they're going to fight women.
And usually, if they fight women, they'll fight their mama.
Which, mhm.
And exactly, if they fight women, they fight their mama. Because they're abusers.
Well, I gotta go. I enjoy myself. I gotta go feed the kids.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
we want to thank you, DJ Lady T. Okay.
You're welcome, April.
Yep, yep. You and the kids have a good night.
You too. Good night, everybody.
Good night. But yep, it's we got to do the best we can. Like I said, if you got kids, smaller kids, try to give them the values and standards that they need to be productive people. I can't say be productive citizens because if you're a person of color, you're not considered a citizen. That's another story. But anyway, do the best you can in your household. Be the best person that you can and try to give your kids standards and values. Try to give them and teach them about respect others and others things. If it don't belong to them, it's not theirs to take. If you want something, go work to get it. Don't take nothing from somebody else. If it ain't yours, it's not meant for you to have it. Now it's a different story if you go ask that person, "Hey, can I have this?" Different story. but don't take things that's not yours. Because what I've noticed in life, if a kid to go outside and steal out of somebody else's house or car or whatever the case is, they'll steal out your house and your car. Give them some standards, give them some values, give them something that make them feel good about themselves. Not walking around angry and mad at the world and thinking everybody owe them this and owe them that when they haven't even put in the work to get this or that. Give them some standards and values. Show them what respect is. And if you are a mother and father household, don't argue in front of your kids. Don't even get loud in front of your kids. Because when you do that, you're already setting a negative impact on their spirits. But you ain't heard me though. If you are a man and woman and y'all got children, especially young children, how you act, carry yourself becomes part of their DNA after a while. If they see you arguing, getting loud with each other, pushing, shoving, all this other stuff, cussing each other out, where you think their life gonna go? Which direction you think it's going to go? Lead by example. Just don't talk about, be about it. Again, set a culture, set values, set standards for your family. Forget about what somebody else did to you or didn't do. You are the one person that can make a difference in your household. You are that shining light. You are the guiding light in your household. Give your children some standards, values, respect. Give those things to them so they can be better when they get older. Teach your children at a young age that there's different race of people on this planet that's not going to like you because you are of colored skin. I don't give a flying hill of beans if your child is the lightest, brightest kid on the block. They still considered black. If you don't know anything about that, go do your research and look things up for yourself. Teach your kids that there's other people, other races that's going to hate you because of whatever their reason is. That they're not going to like you. They're going to hate you and they don't even know you. Teach your kids at a young age. Don't wait till they get up older and developing their own thought process and they mad at the world and you have to give them something when they're younger so they can make the decision when they get older. Values and standards are very, very important. Very important. Again, like I said, don't worry about what somebody did or didn't do to you. My words fudge that person. And yes, I said fudge. Fudge that person, but still love that person. Maybe that person didn't know how to be a parent. Maybe the person didn't know how to love, as April said earlier, unconditionally. Maybe that person don't know how to, key words, don't know how to. Maybe that person was treated not right when they were younger. And that's all they know. We are human. We make mistakes. We do make mistakes. But here's the thing, you have the opportunity to make things better. You have the opportunity to create a great family, a great household. You have the opportunity to form and transform your family into being the best the world has ever seen. You have that opportunity to do that. Again, there's no book on parenting, but do the best you can. And if you are a single mom or a single father household, I tip my hat off to you. I tip my hat off to you. Continue to do the best that you can. You're not going to do everything right. You're going to do a lot of wrong things. That's where it comes. That's where it comes from learning. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from when you don't make the right decision. But see, here's my thing. If you got to make a decision on something, and if you don't know if you're making the right decision, take time, relax yourself. Don't ever make a decision hastily. Just take time before you make that decision. If you got to go in your quiet place to meditate, or just go in that quiet place and close your eyes and say, woosah. Or if you have to say, and relieve that stress before you make that decision. Sometimes it just takes for you to relax and clear your mind. You might be mad at the world, but relax yourself. Because not only the decision that you can make could change that child into something that's way worse than what they could have been. Again, do the best you can. Be the best person you can. Be the best parent you can. Again, set standards, values, respect in your children. And every day achieve to be a better parent. Do something different every day, something positive every day. And make sure you let your children see you do something positive. Matter of fact, include them into what you're doing for that day so you all can experience the positivity. I'm telling you, that goes a long way. Positive goes a long way. And the words that you give to your children go a long way. If you're the type of parent and all you do is cuss at your kids, guess what? It's going to go a long way. And just like earlier, April was talking about karma, cussing at your kids every day. Now, you can't tell me that your kids don't cuss you back. That's the karma that April was talking about earlier. Hmm. Again, do the best you can, be the best that you can, be the best parent you can be. Do your best. I know it gets hard, it bees hard, but we don't have to make it hard. We don't have to make it hard. Learn together, grow together, be a family together. Family carries a lot of weight. It carries a lot. And it depends on how we put it into context what makes a difference.
Hey, Spidey, I want to comment on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
At this point in my life, I done got the good Lord done blessed me to see 59. And I'm going to say this. Once I find out about you, I'm gone. Family or whatever. I do not have a whole lot of time left now on this earth for trying to fix shit. What's wrong with ignorant Negroes and bottom feeders? I just don't have the time to do it anymore. And so, but to those, I wish y'all so much on y'all journeys of family restoration, friend restoration. But for me, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I got health issues. And especially when I already thought something was wrong or fishy, and then it comes out that what my gut feeling was thinking, oh no, we really not. I'm not crossing. I'm not going back crossing bridges with people to throw me off that bridge and I can't swim. And literally, I do not know how to swim. But to those that chose to do that, don't get me wrong, that's fine. And you should. Y'all, you know, people should set aside time each Sunday. I called my aunt in St. Louis before she passed. I called my uncle, my two uncles, one in Chicago, one in Markham. And I check on them regularly because that's how I was raised, to check on my family. But these people, these days, they ain't got no family values. They were never there. Because if you did have them, some type of values. It don't even reflect in your everyday behavior with some of these people. Some of these people, like I say, them folks that I'm not fooling with. Yeah. Oh, I had a lot of disappointments too, Spidey. When I had my breast removed, it was some people, I didn't even hear from. But I didn't cut
Wow.
moving. Because
Wow.
ain't nobody getting ready to break me. I'm going to keep on fighting.
There you go.
But when you show me how you feel about me, I'm gone. And I'll let you talk again.
Yep. Sometimes you got to let people go. That includes family too. In order to keep your peace and your sanity, sometimes you got to let people go. I'll be right back, April. But yeah, like I said, do the best you can, be the best you can, be the best parent you can. Do your best, whatever the case go. April, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't know what's got to work in the morning, but uh, like I say, whatever the case is, everybody keep their heads up, stay uplifted, stay grounded, stay on the right path. Don't let nobody deter you from you gaining the best possible life that you can get. Be the best you can be. Be the best. And don't let nobody tell you that you are not the best. Stay uplifted, stay positive, stay grounded. April, I'm gonna have to get out of here. But do the best you can, family. I definitely had a good time. So stay strong. And my computer trying to shut off. So it's crazy. But do the best you can, family. Be the best you can. Do right by others. And don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't give them the opportunity to steal your joy. Y'all have a good one.
Okay, everybody. And I'm so glad, Juanita, that you enjoyed the show. And Monday, I'm going to have more guests because we're trying to do positive things and talk about great things. Thank you, Juanita, for joining us. This is DJ April Showers, and I'm out. Peace.